How can someone get WhatsApp messages from a phone?
That's easy. People think that WhatsApp rather is this impervious app, encrypted and all that. It's encrypted, but nothing is safe. And if it's on your phone, nothing is safe. And so this is how you do it. You get an OTA spy app like the ones that are offered in ProSpy. The website is prospy.app. And these things are, they run on artificial intelligence. So really all you have to do is download the app to your phone. You enter the telephone number of the phone you want to spy on, and then it creates a remote connection over the internet. And that's the part that people don't really understand. That artificial intelligence, AI, now makes all this possible because everything is connected. The internet, cell phones, everything is connected. Even your TVs are connected to the internet. So these remote connections now are easier now than ever. And so once that remote connection is established between the phone and the app, and you have the app on your phone, so then you can see the WhatsApp messages. And what people don't understand also is deleted WhatsApp messages. Now, WhatsApp has this feature where you could delete one side or both sides of the conversation. That doesn't matter. It doesn't make it. You can still get those messages simply by running the utility that are within the OTA spy app. So OTA stands for over the air, and that's how they establish their connection. So, it's a great way to monitor a phone remotely without having it being anywhere near it.
So you don't need to have the other person's phone to do
No,
this?
you don't need the other person's phone to do this. That's the great part about all this is that, it's done over the internet, hence OTA. So it makes it possible to access this type of stuff with really minimal effort is really what it comes down to.
Will they know that someone is seeing their WhatsApp messages?
Well, will they know? Okay, so this is always a good question because will they know? All right, so will they know if someone is connected to their phone remotely? The chances are that no, somebody will not know. No, now that's I'm talking like practically or pragmatically or, whatever the right word might be there. So what it comes down to is how often do people check their phones to see if remote connection has been established? How often do people really check their icons if you were to use, say, an app that uses an icon? So really when you think about it, will they know? 98% chance, no, they wouldn't. But what people need to understand is that even though they probably would not know, that doesn't make it okay. And, we say this, I say this in all my videos where, it's illegal in most countries to use or install monitoring or surveillance software on a phone that you don't own or have authorization to install. If you have ownership interest in the phone or if you own the phone, that might be a different story. You should seek legal advice. Plus, if you're monitoring your child, a minor, and you're the parent or legal guardian, then, that might be okay too. But again, you should always seek legal advice. These apps are very, very powerful. They're not, I've said this before, they're really very similar to what law enforcement might use. And so it's a lot of power to have in the hands of the average person. And, people need to be careful with this because everybody thinks, well, I'll just do it and I'll never get caught. But that doesn't make it okay. You don't ever want to break the law. Of course, we all want to know. People want to find out the truth. And what I'm probably saying here isn't going to stop anybody from doing anything anyway. But, I can't tell people that, certain things are legal when they may not be. I'm certainly not going to, misinform anybody, misdirect anybody. But, you need to be careful when you're using this kind of stuff.